All right, guys, we're back. Getting down here to the winner's side, we have Joey Tate versus Cameron Lawhorne. So, excellent match coming up. This is Jake Lawson in the booth, along with my partner, Josh Setterfield.
How's it going, Jake?
Man, it's been crazy. Like, I've been getting pulled in all kind of different directions.
Yeah, man, it's really exciting because, you know, a lot of our viewers probably know us from a lot of our live streams in the past, and I'm sure most of you guys have heard already, but just in case you haven't, we decided to host some amazing events, guys, kicking it off with the juniors events here. We've been able to partner up with a couple amazing companies, and, you know, the DynaSpheres Cup was born.
Just in case you didn't know.
Here we are.
It was actually kind of cool because, you know, thankfully we had Dell down here because I kind of anticipated I was going to be pulled in a lot of different directions, and everybody has been so nice about what's going on with the tournament here, and you know, obviously everybody that's watching was just blessed with Lori John. She's like, I absolutely love everything, you know, that you guys are doing. And then some kid comes up right behind me and he said, I just need to tell you something. He said, this is the best juniors tournament that a lot of us have ever been to. So I was just like, and you know, I mean, it just feels good because we're trying to do it at a level that takes in concern the players, you know, and what their experience is, and then what the viewer experience is as well. So it's been a whirlwind today, you know.
Yeah, it's been awesome so far, and thanks for everyone that made this happen, and especially to Tony at Brews and Q's for accommodating us at such short notice. Easy for me to say.
Clearly.
Yep. I have a lisp. It's the worst when you things like that. But
yeah, man, we were super jazzed to be able to get in the center pocket, and I tell you what, man, even though it's a bummer that you know, it didn't work out for this one thing, you know, we're happy that we're here now, and we are so excited to get there for the next event. It is going to be amazing.
Well, I just want to shout because I know Mick is watching, and I just got your text, Mick. So I wanted to thank you. He just said, stream looks great. You, Josh, and Lori John and Dell, it's better than ESPN. So that's obviously one of the biggest compliments you know, that we can get, because we're really trying to elevate what's happening here. So
I'm so glad everybody's having a good time here, because I am like beside myself with how awesome this event has gone so far. This is great stuff.
We're even getting viewers from Europe. My buddy Martin Savicki in the chat saying nice technique, does a lot for Paul in Europe, and good friend of Alex Lele, who was obviously the captain of the European team. So thanks for tuning in, Martin. Good to see you there, brother.
Welcome in, Martin.
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
Man, what are you doing here? I really thought he had a good angle to hit that with a little more power and come in and bump the 9 and be on the other side of the tube.
He's trying to make the 9 right now.
He's just going to carry him, this bad boy. Let's see what happens.
But it's super thin, really like razor thin. And he's got
Look at
it.
that.
Wow, great shot.
Well, it was a great shot.
We're just going to see that one. That's a real quick end to the first rack and gets him right on the board, 1-0.
Check out this instant replay by Brews and Q's on the Boulevard.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually a really tough shot because of how thin you have to hit it, and you actually have to put a little pace on it so that you go right through the ball, and he hits it absolutely perfect.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fact that the 9 ball actually contacted the bottom rail shows you just how thin he really hit it too. It's spectacular.
Cut the paint off of it. What's your any other terms that you use for hitting it thin?
Cutting the paint off it is probably
the common one.
That's the
pretty
go-to
common one. That's a pretty common one.
Yeah, it's so funny because there's so many different terms that we use in pool, you know, and it's like sometimes if you sit back and you're thinking about it, you're like, Wait, who came up with this stuff?
What you guys got in the chat? Throw us some pool slang our way.
Yeah, that'd be great. Tell us what your favorite is.
Your favorite pool slang. Look at the 9 was traveling to the... Does the 9 count off the break?
It doesn't. 9 a spot off the break there. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, if you're racking for your opponent and it's off the template, maybe it would. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, so because we're having a collection of different events and the Open Pro event, which we haven't really been able to talk about a lot so far, but it's coming up in May 1st and 2nd, and now we have Rack Your Own there. I don't know what the real reason excuse me, behind why we wanted to do Rack for Your Opponent, but I just think that it's kind of important because these are our junior players, to kind of instill this type of thing in their mind. It's okay to rack. Like, if the player's going to rack for you, he's going to rack well, just like he's racking for himself. And because basically it's the sportsmanship aspect of it that we wanted to instill. So that's really the real reason why we did it for this event. Nice shot. He cut the paint off of that.
There it is.
And now he's got that thin little carom again here.
Yeah.
On the 9 ball. Man, that would be 2 back-to-back.
I mean, I don't know much about this kid, but I'm seeing it there. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, man, what a beautiful stick he's got. Have you noticed that? He's got that Pachauer.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And I've noticed he's wearing a Pachauer shirt as well, so I wonder if he's sponsored by Joe Pachauer and the guys over there.
Wow, went right in.
I mean,
beautiful.
His technique is beautiful. I think Martin picked up on it when he was warming up in the chat room there and just said, yeah, this kid can play.
Oh, yeah,
he
Joey
did say
Tate
that.
definitely can play.
Yeah. A little bit of the Jason Shores about him. Got that lefty stroke.
Yep. Yeah, it does look familiar, doesn't it?
It does look familiar, right? He's hitting everything into the heart of the pocket right now, and he's got a difficult transition here. This is a tough shot to play position on. 4 to the 6 being the key shot, and he's going to try and get below it and shoot it down table. Sorry, above it as we're looking. Keep it relevant for you guys. So this one he's going to try and just draw it back 1 rail. May even go into it. May even actually go into the line. But what he's got to worry about is getting from the 6 to the 7. That's really going to be where he finishes this one off. Okay. He chose to come above it. I like that decision because now he just needs to float across the table and he can have another cut shot. So clearly isn't worried about a difficult shot.
Yeah, I mean, this is he understands that he's got to take the best possible placement here on the cue ball to even have a shot at making the 6 here. So
he can come across twice, So you power this, play it maybe 1, 2, 3 rails and back. But he looks like he's going to play low outside. This is a brave shot.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here.
This is a real tough, touch shot. I probably wouldn't play unless I'd played 7 matches.
Oh my gosh!
How'd he hit it, bro?
How good did he hit that?
Oh my God! Great shot, and he's put himself right in the match here.
Yeah, and actually, it's just talking about Joey Tate. He actually is a former junior national champion when he was 12 years old. So. And I've seen his name up at the Super Billiards Expo, yeah. So, I mean, he's no stranger to the winning circle.
Wow, this is fantastic. And great for him to be here as part of this event. And I think he's just going to get this one nailed on, just waiting for someone to finish their shot on the other table before he goes down.
And he actually is sponsored by Pachauer, so.
Fantastic, yeah. Notice that with his cue there, and probably plays with a Revo. Or maybe even the Pachauer Rogue, I think. Rogue carbon cue, and we'll just take another look at this shot. Chose to come across the table twice, but used low left. Really using the slide of the table to his advantage here.
Such a great shot.
Beautiful shot, wasn't it? And that sets him up. Takes him up 2-0. And that was a break and run. I think that's our first break and run of the day.
I think it is.
I know, I was asking about that earlier if we've seen it yet on the TV table, so there you go. Have you zoned in on your shot yet of the day?
Have.
Oh, man.
Me and
it
Laurie
just
picked
changed
a
last
beautiful-
match.
Okay.
Last match, it changed.
All right.
Yeah.
And it was a safety play, Jake.
No kidding.
And it was a fantastic three-rail safe, controlled both balls, and went on to win the match.
Was that when I was watching? Was that when he locked him on the 4-ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good shot.
It was amazing.
Shot. Really nice break there.
And of course, Cameron, who's playing Joey Tate, he won the Friday night tournament here at Brews and Q's last night.
Cameron did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameron looks. He looks like a bruiser. You sure he wasn't checking IDs on the front door?
Yeah, he's.
Wow, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
You can just see there. Look, that he dwarfs the 7-foot table. Look at this. That is a. I mean, I'm tall, but.
Yeah, he's actually he's coming up from. I'll give a shout out to my good friend Chris England down at the Clubhouse Billiards and Bar down in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Okay.
That's where Cameron plays at. Of course, he's got his manager up here, Rick Sinclair, who's one of our sponsors. Chris England also owns Premier Billiards, and as you can see on Cameron's shirt. And so he sent him up here for this event.
Fantastic.
And we're happy. I mean, what a treat to see him play. He's been playing very well. This is still the winner's side.
Yeah.
And if he wins this match, he'll be playing for the hot seat tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And I think we have Nathan Childress is playing at the table next to him. And if he wins, it'll be Nathan and Cameron or whoever wins this particular match. So getting down.
Nathan was on the TV table early on. Yeah, we witnessed his game. Fantastic player too. Very good kind of mindset. And you can tell the type of professional he is as well by the way he's dressed. Shiny shoes, belt buckle, you know. This was a nice speed control shot. Needs a little help.
Is he going to get there?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
It just keeps rolling. It almost did.
Good safety option though.
Said Cameron's from Lynchburg.
Yeah, Lynchburg. Yeah.
Not too far out from my home. A little ways. But in the grand scheme of things.
And do we know where Joey's from? Someone asking?
Joey Tate is from. That's a good question. I feel like I just had this answer, but it slipped my mind.
We have the owner of Center Pocket, Leah, in the chat. She's saying great event by BSN, and for me to keep talking.
She likes the voice.
I
That's
think
what's
she's an
happening.
Anglophile. I think that's what we call that.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Leah was here. Leah was here in person this morning. So, of course, host location Center Pocket for all our future events.
Snappy
as
dresser.
far as this collection, yeah. So, absolutely.
She was sharp today, right? Full suit.
I
Bow
love
tie.
it because I used to wear a bow tie like when I dressed up, and so as soon as I saw her and I saw the bow tie, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a match made in heaven. But she's really great people, and we had that treat of being over at the room yesterday and just seeing everything there, and we're super excited to be involved with Leah.
What I like about this is that Cameron's got quite a presence at the table, you know, and he stood up on that. You notice people sit down sometimes. He was stood up waiting eagerly for his next shot. He's like, yeah, I'm going to wait for you to miss, and then I'm going to come into this table. I say that to people, you know, a lot of the time, you know, if your body language around the table, you can intimidate people.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
when you're you're a big guy like Cam.
Well, I mean, we've talked so much today, and in every event we do about how much the sport is a mental game. And then so when you talk about these pieces, that's really what it just makes me think of is how true the mental side of all of it really is. And if you can win the mental side and you have any inkling of the mechanical side, then you can tip the race into your favor just a little bit right out the gate.
100%.
He's
a real good point.
Looking really good to get out here and get himself on the board. I mean, Joey did take a pretty quick 2-0 lead here. So he's not liking being down 2-0. He's trying to change it as quick as he can.
Yeah.
Joey Tate actually from Lake Villa, Illinois.
Illinois, okay.
You were asking earlier.
Wow.
It really is amazing that we have so many players from all over the place here this weekend. Illinois, Texas, Florida, lots of people up from Virginia.
First one I've seen use an open bridge to break with. So he's clearly confident that he doesn't want to loop bridge or bridge off the rail.
I don't mind the open bridge so much, especially on the 7-foot tables.
It's a semi-soft break, but he's controlling the wing ball still, so he's just not got a good result there, but a good safety coming up.
Oh yeah, he can just absolutely put him right on the 2-ball here.
With the 2-ball being the blocker, do you play this as a two-way shot?
I do play it as a two-way, absolutely. The thing is like I can't control the cue ball and make the bank, so I just need to focus on one.
Yeah, just make sure you lock this cue ball up, and wherever the 1 ball falls, it falls. But he
went
focused
for
and
the
made
bank.
it. Yeah, he focused
so you saw
on
there was
making
no
the
safety
bank.
there, right?
Mm-hmm.
No safety play, banged it in.
I absolutely love the aggressive play there.
I think the music helped him there. This song really jacks me up when I'm playing pool.
It's the perfect timing too. It's like where the song's getting it. Look at this, man. This is
very nice.
This is strong. This is strong.
He's really smooth, man. I really like it. Needs to speed up a bit. Oh, good control.
Yeah, he got there. Nice shot. I mean, you can tell that he is very poised, like even in his backstroke there with that shot. Very slow, methodical, wasn't very punchy. And, he's feeling good out there right now.
What I like is he's going into the right areas of shape. He's not just playing it willy-nilly. He knows where he wants the cue ball, and he's playing it exactly where he needs to be to get shape on the next ball. Yeah, this kid, he's impressive.
He's left himself a perfect angle here for the 7-ball next.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, just get a look at that beautiful cue. I love the work that Pachau does. Very similar to Predator. I feel like it's an extra take on the Predator cues.
Do you like checking this ball here, or you like
on and off the rail,
swinging around?
Just draw it on and off the rail.
Yeah.
Leave yourself straight. There it is.
Nice.
And again, he can just float up the same side of the table as the 8. And again, that way you're not cutting across the line of shape. Maybe use 2 rails if you prefer. It all depends on his preference. Some people have a preference where they like to draw the ball. I just like to float this with high right and come down towards the middle pocket. Again, he's looking like he's going to draw it. It's all about preference. That's why I say there's no right or wrong way.
Oh, no way.
But I wouldn't have drew it like that.
Yeah.
There's no right way. There's no wrong way. But I wouldn't do it that way.
Hey, it worked out,
Oh, love, but I won't do that.
I like that.
I do like almost going 2 rails at that shot,
Yeah.
But
I mean, there was no need to go so close to the. If you're going to draw it, then draw it 2 rails. Don't go 1.
Wow. Look at this. Oh, I think he's still okay. What a massive break by Cameron. And you see the difference between Joey, with a little softer, methodical break, and Cameron just hammers him home.
Hammer's throwing his tree trunk of an arm into it.
Yeah.
Hit him with that patented Wilkie break.
The Wilkie, that's right, combo.
Just crashing him.
Hit it pure.
I
Yeah.
think
Literally
he
perfect.
might beat you in an arm wrestle, Jake.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to do it.
When do we start the players' auction for that one?
Yeah, the arm wrestle auction.
I think people just assume that I'm going to crush them, and they want to try me. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do it. Just let them continue to think. You know?
Yeah, just let their imagination run wild.
For sure, yeah. I don't need to get involved in all that.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Right.
Wow, what a draw.
Oh, my
Look at this.
goodness.
Look at this.
Oh, we got so lucky.
It worked
That's
out.
great.
It worked out.
Wow.
Sometimes you risk it for the biscuit.
Left himself a nice angle, though. He can drift around behind this 9-ball and just bring it to the left side of the table. Anywhere on the left-hand side, he leaves himself a shot on the 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Just missed the 9, and he's fine.
Don't try and get too close to the 5 is more my point.
I mean, if he's feeling really good, he could load this up with some inside and go 1, 2 rails back down. Yeah, good, perfect.
Yeah, that was a play. You don't want to be on the rail, but you know what? You're making this 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 shot.
Very smooth shot. So what do you like doing here? You like drawing into position here?
Yeah, just take that nice slow draw. The thing that the table allows you to do in this type of condition is just draw it down by the side pocket. Just like that. Very nicely struck. Again, it's a nice skill to have, that one. And someone was saying he's come a long way in a very short space of time. He was saying, there's a time where he couldn't string 2 balls together, and look at him now. You'd think he was been playing his whole life.
Yeah.
Okay. Good reset. Important rack. Good. Sinks it down.
Got a good little surprise for you guys we're putting in motion. Give us just a second, guys. Move a couple headsets around. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Get in the mix. Telling, reminiscing, I remember myself at that age.
All right.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
I know it's a small miracle what's about to happen right now. And just as I was speaking his name, now he joins me in the booth, Mr. Sean Wilkie.
How you doing, Jake? Glad to be here. First time for this day.
It's been a great day actually so far. We've had some really good matches, and these kids have been playing absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I was actually just taking a couple pictures of these 2 players right before I got in the booth. So, just for everybody who don't know, I'm out there doing my side job right now, trying to get a little photography for these junior players, which I know will be nice for them and their families. So I'm just trying to do my part.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we appreciate you coming down. We just had Lori John in the booth earlier for a couple matches, so that was a real treat. And now we get some.
Yeah, this is cool. It reminds me of when I was a kid. It's really nice to have other pro players in the booth, and you guys out here putting all this hard work in to get the tournament going. This is great, Jake. Good to be here.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
What's he going to do here? Is he going to clip it and come down and play safe, or is he going 2 rails behind it? Looks like he's going to clip it and try to go 1 rail off the left rail and leave him behind the 6. 1 ball will probably come down right around mid-table. Oh, hit it a little thick. That's what he was trying, though. Yeah, left it in front of the side. So obviously this is a winner match. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we have, we're down to, well, both these players right here are on the winners. So the winner of this match will be playing the hot seat match, which will be tomorrow.
Right.
So you have these two gentlemen, and then Nathan Childress, whoever he's playing currently right now, is still on the winner's side.
Okay.
And of course, you know Nathan real well because we've been down to Diamonds where he plays at.
Right.
More times than we can count, probably.
He's actually playing next to this table, and it looks like it's. Can't see the exact score, but it's. I know they started about the same time as this match did. And I did watch his opponent play earlier today, so it's not going to be easy. So, but it comes down to who plays the best and performs each rack. So, just good to see this kind of competition in our area at the junior level.
Well, you know, the beautiful part about this Q score that we're using right now is that we can actually see what is going on in Nathan's match as well.
It looks like somebody has two, but I can't see the other score because of a water bottle.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now what it is.
As they're speaking, Cameron's got the 6 ball. He can try to hold it with spin, low right, or he's going to have to go all the way around 2 rails. 1, 2, 3, underneath the 9. He's got 2 choices here. And he tried to hold it with the low right and overcut the 6.
So Nathan is currently playing Landon Hollinsworth, and they are knotted up 3-3 right now.
Oh, okay.
So tough miss right there because he's sold out here now and giving Joey Tate an opportunity to extend his lead here.
Yeah, it was one of those angles when you got to kill it because of where the 8 ball was. He couldn't naturally go 2. If he bumps the 8, he might have hooked himself. So he was trying to just kill it, make sure he had a shot on the 7. Undercut it some. But this match is obviously far from over. But it looks like Joey should be able to go up 4-2 from here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really difficult here to get out. You know.
Yeah, he should just go back right towards middle table. A little bit short from where the cue ball is now. Don't get jacked up. Ah, he's okay. Well, he is left-handed too, so he's got to be careful with the 9 ball for his bridge hand. But a lot of times here, I like to remind players, make sure you bridge behind the 9 and have a longer bridge, because if you try to go in front of the 9 and you have a short bridge, your accuracy is going to be off. So like he's doing, stay behind the 9. Shot.
Perfect.
Four games to 2 in favor of Joey. Not going on a break roll. You know, it's common also these days. You know, it's just something that everybody's getting accustomed to. And a lot of times with this rack, your 9 ball's not going to move too much if they're frozen. So it's going to be more towards the middle of the table, just like that. I made 2 balls, it looks like, and he can go for this cut. I mean, it's not simple. The only thing good about it is if you do make it, cue ball's going to come back and forth, and he should have a shot on the 2. The 3 ball takes away the scratch on the other side if he was to overcut it a little bit, so I think he's going to go for this cut here.
Yeah, you like running this all the way up?
Yeah, just middle ball, maybe touch a high, just let the natural angle come back across 2 diamonds, 2 balls on this same side of the table, just like that.
Wow. Great shot there by Cameron.
Came a little long. We still got a cut on the 2. You might have to use a little bit of inside just to shorten it up and leave it on this side of the table for the 3 in the side pocket.
Yeah, some similar shot. Just hit a little inside, go back and forth.
Yep.
For 3. I like it.
Yeah, because if you try to go above the 3, you can obviously bump the 3, or you can go too far and then you don't have a shot because the 3 doesn't go down in the bottom left corner. Yeah, see how I used a little bit inside to help check it up. I can't tell how straight in he is here. Can he force up table to get to the 4? Yeah, it looks like it, because the 3's so close to the side, you can cheat it a lot better that way if it's close to the side.
Right.
The only thing is, does the 4? I don't think the 4 goes past the 8, so he's gonna have to. It might. It's close. Or you try to come in between, aim the cue ball towards the 7, just like that. Just hope you don't get stuck on behind the 7. He got there.
Unbelievable.
Oof.
I mean, what a small window to get in there.
Yeah, I'm thinking he was trying to hit the 7 or go to the other side, but the
Right.
speed was good, so he landed in a fortunate spot. You know, I like to
Right.
say when you're running out. 7 ball doesn't look like it goes past the 8, so he might stun and use a little bit of low left and try to come back through this hole and shoot the 7 in the same pocket, just like that.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. These guys know for sure what they're doing out there.
Mm-hmm. So I have two options here. You can follow one rail across to the other side and play it in the bottom corner, or just stun it down towards the side. Either play to miss under the side or go past it for the 9 other quarter. So you got to really choose what you're doing here before you deliver the stroke. Looks like he's following straight, one rail crossed. He got there. He got enough. I think I'd be moving this rack before I shot this ball, just in case. You know, sometimes you get a skid with the plastic racks.
Yeah. Well, he's going to leave it there, so he'll probably put just a little pace on this.
Good shot.
Great shot there by Cameron. So he'll get it with it.
You know, it's just a different manner, but obviously the streaming and the quality is so much better these days. So I think it helps your visualizations of your hand-eye coordination, because you can see the table better now than we did back then. Kind of like regular TV. You know, regular TV used to be 480p.
Sure.
Now we're watching 4K on Netflix and stuff like that. So it's so much more crisp, and I think that's a huge advantage if you take advantage of it for yourself. And you can see that these junior players are obviously picking and choosing players that they like. You know,
Sure, yeah.
Top players like Shane Van Boning, Jason Shaw, stuff like that, and they're just putting it into their game here at the tournament.
Right.
Oh, he went for the bank there.
Yeah, do you like attacking there, only being up 4-3, you know?
It kind of depends. It didn't look like he had. It was pretty straightforward bank. It comes down to if you're comfortable with the table speed, or you're more of a banker than a safety play candidate. It's hard to say. I mean, I get aggressive sometimes, and then I get passive sometimes. So it's really up to the player's mindset in the moment. All I know is it really hurts when you do play a great safety, and then the guy comes back, makes a killer kick safe, or makes the ball, and then in the back of your mind you're thinking, like, should I win for that bank?
Right.
So it varies out. You just hope that it don't cost you the whole match. You know, limit your mistakes, get back in it next time you're at the table. Looks like he's got the 2 ball, and he's got an angle. He's going to have to stun to the rail right above the 8. You can play to hit the 8 off the rail, or just try to don't get jacked up on the 8 for the 4. That's your key here. There you go, just like that. It should be out here. Stop shot on the 4. Perfect down on the 5 to come down for the 6 on the other side, probably. As long as the 7 goes past the 9. Even if it doesn't, he can still play the 7 in the left corner.
Yeah, I mean, it just really here's a shot. I mean, I don't see any issues here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You're just trying to stay on the proper side of each ball so that you don't have to go back and forth.
Wow. He just punched it right in.
That works. You know, you can go up table, 1 rail, straight back down to the middle. Don't want to do too much here.
Yeah, you see him just lay the cue there. Take a look at where he wants to be at.
Right.
Because he needs to leave himself a little bit of an angle for the 7 after the 6. So he wants to come kind of like straight in on the 6 ball here. I think he didn't get over as far as he liked.
Right. Looks like he's so straight that he might have to follow down and play the 7 past the 9. If it goes past the 9, though. Not sure if it does. Yeah, it's tight. He might have to force this and just get as much as you can, get the cue ball to go left. Even if you got to back to cut the 7, it's fine because the cue ball can go into the 9 with high English and then come right back up to the middle of the table. See how far he gets over. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he just pumped it in. Very nice shot by Cameron Lawhorne. Lawhorne. I'll put a TH in there. My bad.
It seems like it should have a T in there.
I know. Little sportsmanship there by Joey Tate. Taking off the rack. I like it.
Lawhorne sounds like he should be sponsored by a rodeo or something.
Yeah, we were talking earlier before you came in. He plays down there in Lynchburg, Virginia, out of Chris England's place, the clubhouse.
Oh yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah,
nice place. It's been years since I've been there, but I played a few action pool tours there. Mainly got bar tables.
Look at this.
9 ball goes in.
Yeah, look at that.
It counts.
Yep.
Scores?
Yeah, actually, if you just go to qscore.com and you can type in BSN to look for all the tournaments, you'll see both brackets there for the 14 and under and 15 to 18, or you can go to our Facebook page and at Billiard Sports Network, and I have the links for both brackets in there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You can just click on it, and it updates in real time.
Yeah, I've loved that scoring system. I remember the first time me and you were up in New York, and they were running it for one of Darren Appleton's World Pool Series events, and we first saw it. We were like, man, check out how this works, because it's constant live in-action scorekeeping, kind of like if you're watching NBA on the ESPN app.
Right.
Every time they make a bucket, you're going to see the score. So this is really nice to have this on your guys' end now. Congrats on that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because, this company is really based out of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I first saw it when I was up there with you. Nice shot.
Uh-oh, watch out, 8. Or get past it.
There. Oh, no.
Oof.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw it up there. And then after that, because, this has been a few years since we were up at WPS.
Mm-hmm.
And I never saw it here. I never really saw it here. And, I just assumed because Darren's from overseas, and, that's how he got in contact with them. And I really like the system. And I love it because how many times are you at a tournament where you're maybe playing not on the TV table or a center table? Yep. Nobody can see the score.
Yep. I've always said it's some places you have tournaments where people use coins as markers.
Right.
And sometimes you can't even see on this side of the table, so it's really nice to have this kind of format in order for, family members to see it. If they're in the back eating, they can pull it up on their phone and watch their kid from a distance. Because, I remember being a junior, and when you're a junior, sometimes you don't want your family up real close because you get nerves.
Sure.
Which is a given because we're all trying to get better in that moment. But also, no matter if it's your friends or family, the pressure builds. And especially when the match gets closer and closer like this one is right now, it's 4-4. Every single game, that pressure is going to build. And as a junior player, it's hard to deal with because you have to learn through the experience. And I know that Joey Tate and Cameron have obviously been here multiple times, but not every kid can do that. So I really like the idea of the scoring system.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All the thanks go to Darren.
Yeah. He definitely bring over a different style for us, and I like to say bring pool back on the map when it comes to class.
Right.
That's what we're looking for, even with juniors. All the way up to the pro level. That's what we want. We want the gentleman's game. We want it to be classy. Well, he got on the rail, but he's okay because of where the 7 ball is. You don't have to do a lot of work. Just stop it there, come back just a hair. Leave yourself a good angle to come one rail across, back down for the 8.
I was noticing earlier watching, watching Joey play. He kind of reminds me the way that he's carries himself and the way his setup is before he strokes. It reminds me of Jason Shaw a little bit.
Similar. His cue actually looks like one of Jason Shaw's cues he used to play with.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I wonder if he plays with the same brand of cue.
Well, Joey is actually sponsored by Peach Hour.
Oh, okay, Peach Hour. Yep.
So he's playing with a Peach Hour cue.
Now that you say that, it looks just like an old style Peach Hour.
See how he's got his arm there? That reminds me just like Jason.
Well, and he's left-handed too, so it makes it very similar. You know what also makes it similar is that blue Molinari glove.
Absolutely. Joey Tate extends his lead 5-4 over Cameron Lawhorne.
When it comes down to keeping it common, it helps us as players to control our feel throughout the tournament. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great response, really, with everybody that was playing with them. A couple of the juniors were in here last night and had an opportunity to play with them, and they said that they can feel the difference.
Sure.
And I think that's what you and I have talked about, for playing that, because that cue ball is just a tad bit heavier than normal, it actually makes it easier to get it around the table.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to be partnered with DynaSphere. We absolutely believe in the product itself, and they've been great for us, and now the players are getting to experience that, which is always good.
Right.
So,
and anything that we can do to continue to keep the future bright, I'm on board for that.
Right.
Oh, you got to roll this one and make sure you don't thin it too much and scratch, but he's got to get below the 9. Good shot there. Came up enough where he can shoot straight draw and just get above the 5. 6 ball's right there for the side pocket. He should be out this rack.
Very nice.
Come back right around where the cue ball is at now would be ideal. Perfect.
He's got does he have the angle? Oh yeah, he's perfect here.
Yeah, he can either hold it or try to come to the other side of the 7. That's good. Straight high English. Maybe a touch of inside, just come 1 rail, right back down to the middle. And then you can either go 1 rail with the 8. Oh, he chose to go to the right side. I keep getting a little confused because he's left-handed. See, like now as a right-handed player, I might want to stay on the left side of the table on that shot. You know, so it's hard to adjust to that sometimes with right and left-handed players.
You like just bringing this right back now?
If he's dead straight, yeah. But if he's got a slight angle, you want to follow it to the other side or follow it with a touch of inside and just make sure you get right back down towards the side pocket. Yeah, he was dead straight in.
I'm really enjoying the way that Joey is playing, like his style of play.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah,
right?
You can tell his stroke speeds are controlled too. He's not getting down on his stroke, and he's not doing real short jab strokes too fast. He's nice and controlled. Got a nice steady, slower backswing, which I like to remind players. Don't come back too quick, because then you could come forward at a wrong angle. If you come back slow, now you're going to stay on that plane of your pendulum, and then you just follow through. 17 or 18, I'm not sure either. This should work out well if the 2-ball gets a nice kiss, and it did. Then we got the 2-ball. Next ball in line will be the 4. So the only thing I see is just be careful not to come up 1 rail and clip the 9. So come up past it, get up high on the 4. enough to get back to the 5. See, now here I like to go 2 rails because you have a steep angle.
Right.
You come 1, 2, come in between the 5, 8, and obviously you got to judge your speed where you don't scratch. So you really aim towards the 8, so you don't want to. I mean, he can spin it with a little bit of left and just hold 1 rail. Because if it's off the rail, let's see what he does. And that's what he did. He chose to hold it. Good shot there. Now he's probably going to have to go up and down for the 5 unless he feels comfortable rolling this. Some players do. I like going up and down, but it is dangerous with where the 9 ball is because you could glance the 9 on the way down.
Sure. Yeah, let's see if he does it. That's exactly
That's what he tried to do, and he clipped it a little thick. See, that just in the back of your mind when you have a ball down there where you're like, I can't just let it rip.
Sure.
And you know you can run into it. It causes players, even myself, to make simple mistakes sometimes. That's why I think where the shot was, if you shoot the 4, go 2 rails, now you get closer to the 5, and then you don't have to go up and down again.
Right.
So it varies. I'm not saying I'm completely right or wrong, but I'm just showing you the options that can be out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier in a few other matches. I mean, sometimes obviously there are some times where this is the exact way to play it.
Sure.
And then there's other times it's really about personal preference, of how you get there.
Yeah, especially in rotation games, especially 9 ball. Most times you're going to have at least 2, maybe 3 options of position play to the next ball. Especially when depending on what kind of style of player you are. If your repertoire is more of using right and left spin, now you really have another option if you want to.
Yeah.
It just comes down to staying in your comfort zone, whatever it is.
Well, I think Cameron's going to look back at that 5 ball and just to
Right.
let it get away here at 6-4.
See, like for me, I'm a right-handed player. Because of where the 9 ball is, I might go 2, 3 rails around back to the right side.
Right.
Just because of the angle. But some players just go 2 rails and then take the longer shot on the 9 in the bottom right corner. So we'll see what he does because he's a left-handed player. Yeah, he shot the shot I was talking about. If you come 2 around, you really have a bigger window to land on the rail. You can make the 9 ball from anywhere over there.
And then you take the side pocket out of play too, of course,
Sure, yeah, because if you follow 1 rail and you go a little bit long, you can scratch inside.
Yeah, it's that dreaded scratch that nobody believes can happen off the short rail,
Until you do it a couple times in
Right.
a tournament, and
Yeah.
then you're like, maybe next time I'll go 2 rails.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Joey Tate.
They're saying he moves on to the winter side finals of that bracket.
Well, so yeah, he'll be playing tomorrow on the hot seat. So hot seat match will be back tomorrow. We're bringing back the top 6 in each division. So that means the winter side match, that'll be the hot seat match tomorrow that'll play. So.
Oh, very nice. Well, this is Sean Wilkie in the booth with Jake Lawson, and we're signing off for this round. I appreciate it, Jake, and we'll see you next time.